The story that shocked viewers around the world is getting ready to return, and the signs are becoming harder to ignore. When the first season of Beef arrived, many people expected a simple drama about two strangers fighting after a road rage moment. But what they got instead was a deep, emotional ride filled with anger, regret, secrets, and choices that kept getting worse with every episode. Viewers watched as small problems grew into dangerous situations, and every step felt real, raw, and hard to forget. That is why, when the season ended, fans did not just move on. They kept talking, they kept guessing, and most of all, they kept asking the same question: what happens next? Now, the noise around Beef Season 2 is growing again. Behind the scenes, plans are moving forward, and the return of this powerful story is becoming more real than ever. Fans across social media have started to notice small hints, news updates, cast talks, and quiet messages that suggest the story is not finished. In the world of modern television, silence can sometimes mean big action is happening in secret, and that seems to be exactly what is taking place here. The creators of the show know how strong the fan base has become, and they also understand that viewers expect something even bigger this time. What made the first season so powerful was not just the fight between two people. It was the feeling that anyone could make one bad choice and lose control of their life. That message connected with viewers in a very strong way. People saw parts of themselves in the characters, the stress, the pressure, the anger that builds quietly inside until it finally explodes. That connection is the reason why the return of the show matters so much. This is not just another drama coming back for more episodes. It is a story that showed how small actions can lead to huge consequences, and now the next chapter is ready to explore new paths, new mistakes, and new dangers. At the same time, excitement is rising because the second season is expected to take a fresh direction. Instead of simply repeating what worked before, the new season is rumored to explore different characters, different conflicts, and new emotional battles. This means viewers will not just see the same story again. They will experience something new, something that keeps the same intense feeling but adds new faces and new secrets. That kind of change creates curiosity, and curiosity is exactly what is pulling audiences back toward this series. Another reason the return of Beef feels so important is the way the first season ended. It did not feel simple or clean. Instead, it left viewers thinking long after the final scene faded to black. Many people replayed moments in their mind, wondering what the characters truly learned and whether peace was ever possible after so much damage. Those questions are still alive today, and Season 2 has the chance to answer some of them while also creating brand new mysteries. That mix of answers and new questions is what makes a second season exciting instead of predictable. Right now, one thing is clear: the world of Beef is not finished. The tension that made audiences hold their breath is returning, and the next stage of the story is slowly coming into focus. Each new update adds more fuel to the excitement, and each new rumor spreads faster than the last. Fans are watching closely, waiting for the moment when the full picture is finally revealed. Because if the first season showed how dangerous anger can be, the second season may show just how far the consequences can truly go. And as more details begin to surface, one truth stands out above everything else. The return of Beef is not just about continuing a story. It is about raising the stakes, pushing characters into deeper trouble, and testing how much pressure a person can survive before everything breaks. The calm before the storm is almost over, and the next wave of chaos is getting ready to hit. Before we move forward into what Season 2 might bring, it is important to look back at the storm that started everything. The first season of Beef did not begin with explosions or huge action scenes. It began with something small, something simple, something many people experience every day: a moment of anger on the road. Two strangers crossed paths, tempers rose, and a single act of rage created a chain of events that quickly moved beyond control. That simple start is what made the story feel so real. Viewers did not feel like they were watching heroes or villains. They felt like they were watching ordinary people making terrible choices. At the center of the story were two very different people, played by Yeun and Wong. Their characters were not perfect, and that was the point. One struggled with money, pressure, and the feeling that life was not going the way he hoped. The other lived a life that looked successful from the outside, but felt empty and stressful on the inside. These two lives collided in a moment of anger, and from there, every episode pushed the story deeper into chaos. Small actions turned into dangerous plans, and lies began to stack on top of each other. The tension kept rising, and viewers kept watching, unable to look away. What made the first season truly powerful was the way it mixed drama with moments of dark humor. Some scenes made viewers laugh for a second, but that laughter quickly turned into shock when the consequences appeared. This balance made the show feel different from many others. It was not just about action or fights. It was about emotions, anger, jealousy, fear, and regret. Each episode showed how emotions can grow when people refuse to face their problems. Instead of solving issues, the characters made choices that pushed them further into trouble. That slow buildup created a feeling of pressure, like watching a storm form in the sky before heavy rain finally falls. As the episodes continued, the story became more intense. Friends and family members were pulled into the conflict, even when they had nothing to do with the original problem. Trust was broken again and again, and secrets became harder to hide. Viewers saw how one bad decision can affect many lives at once. That message stayed with audiences long after they finished watching. Many people said the show felt uncomfortable at times, but that discomfort made it powerful. It forced viewers to think about their own choices and how anger can change a person's life. The success of the first season did not happen quietly. After its release, the show quickly became one of the most talked-about series on streaming platforms. Social media filled with reactions, theories, and emotional comments from fans. Some viewers said they finished the entire season in one night because they could not stop watching. Others shared clips of the most shocking moments, turning them into viral discussions. It felt like everyone had an opinion about the story, and that level of attention pushed the series into the spotlight. Awards and recognition soon followed. Critics praised the writing, the acting, and the bold storytelling style. Many reviews described the show as brave because it was not afraid to show characters making ugly mistakes. Instead of trying to make viewers comfortable, the series showed the truth about human behavior, how stress and anger can grow until they become dangerous. That honest approach helped the show stand out in a crowded world of entertainment. It was not just popular with fans, it also earned respect from critics who study television closely. Another major reason the show became a hit was the strong connection viewers felt with the characters. Even when the characters made terrible decisions, audiences still understood their pain. They saw the pressure of daily life, the fear of failure, and the quiet frustration that builds over time. That emotional link turned the series into more than just a drama. It became a reflection of real struggles that many people face every day. When viewers see parts of their own life in a story, they remember it longer, and that memory keeps the show alive even after the final episode ends. By the time the first season reached its final moments, the tension had reached its highest point. The ending did not offer simple happiness or easy answers. Instead, it left viewers with mixed feelings, relief, sadness, and many unanswered questions. Some fans felt satisfied, while others wanted more closure. But almost everyone agreed on one thing: the story felt complete enough to matter, yet open enough to continue. That balance created the perfect path for a second season to exist. Even now, long after the first season finished, people still talk about its most powerful moments. Clips continue to spread online, discussions continue in fan groups, and new viewers keep discovering the series for the first time. That lasting attention is a strong sign of true success. Shows that fade quickly are forgotten, but stories that stay in people's minds create demand for more chapters. And that demand is exactly what pushed the creators to consider continuing the journey. The impact of Season 1 was not just about entertainment. It showed how storytelling can explore deep emotions without needing huge battles or special effects. It proved that simple human conflict can be just as exciting as big action scenes. And because of that success, expectations for Season 2 are now higher than ever. Fans are not just hoping for another season, they are expecting something that matches or even beats the powerful storytelling that started it all. The moment fans had been waiting for did not arrive with loud fireworks or sudden surprises. Instead, it came step by step, through official words and trusted sources that slowly confirmed what many people hoped to hear. The second season of Beef was no longer just a dream or a rumor. It became real when the streaming giant Netflix officially confirmed that the story would return with a brand new chapter. For fans who had been waiting since the final moments of Season 1, this confirmation felt like the calm before another powerful storm. The announcement did not happen by accident. Behind every successful show, there is a careful plan, and the creators knew that the second season had to be handled with patience. The team behind the series, led by creator Lee Sung-jin, had already shared in earlier interviews that the world of Beef was designed to allow new stories to grow. That meant Season 2 was always possible, but it depended on the success of the first season and the response from viewers. When audiences showed strong support and critics gave high praise, the path toward another season became clearer. Once the official confirmation arrived, social media quickly filled with excitement. Fans shared screenshots of the news, posted their reactions, and began guessing what the next chapter would look like. Some celebrated the announcement as if their favorite team had won a championship. Others started writing long posts about their hopes and fears for the future story. This wave of excitement showed how deeply the first season had connected with viewers. When a show creates strong emotions, the news of its return feels personal, almost like hearing that an old story you love is about to continue. Another key part of the announcement was the reveal that Season 2 would not simply repeat the same story from the past. Instead, the creators confirmed that the new season would explore fresh characters and new conflicts. This decision created both curiosity and surprise. Many viewers expected to see the same central characters again, but the idea of introducing new people into the world of Beef suggested something bigger, a universe of stories connected by emotion, tension, and human struggle. That bold choice showed confidence from the creative team, proving they were not afraid to take risks. Industry experts also paid close attention to the announcement. In the world of television, a second season often means a show has proven its value. It shows that audiences are still interested and that the network believes the story has more to offer. For Netflix, continuing Beef was not just about entertainment. It was also about maintaining momentum from one of its most talked-about series. Successful shows help streaming platforms stay competitive, and Beef had already proven that it could attract global attention. As more details followed, fans began to learn that Season 2 would be built with the same strong storytelling style that made the first season unforgettable. The writers planned to keep the emotional depth, the slow rise of tension, and the powerful consequences that defined the earlier episodes. But at the same time, they promised new surprises that would challenge viewers in unexpected ways. That balance between familiar style and new ideas is what keeps long-running stories fresh. Without change, a show can feel repetitive. With smart change, it becomes stronger. The announcement also brought attention to the production scale. Reports suggested that the new season would receive strong support in terms of budget and planning. This meant better locations, detailed scenes, and the time needed to build powerful storytelling moments. While viewers may not always notice these details directly, they feel the difference when watching. A well-planned production creates smoother scenes, stronger visuals, and deeper emotional impact. All of this adds to the feeling that Season 2 is not just another chapter, it is an upgrade. At the same time, the creators remained careful about revealing too much information. Mystery plays a big role in building excitement. By sharing only limited details, they allowed fans to imagine different possibilities. Some viewers believed the new season might explore a completely different conflict. Others guessed it could connect indirectly to the original story. These theories spread quickly across online communities, keeping the conversation alive even when official updates slowed down. Another important part of the announcement was the reaction from the entertainment world itself. Critics and media outlets began discussing how Season 2 could shape the future of the series. Some experts predicted that if the second season matched the emotional strength of the first, the show could become one of the defining dramas of its time. Others warned that the pressure to succeed again would be very high. When a first season becomes popular, expectations for the next chapter grow even stronger. But despite the pressure, one message stood out clearly. The story of Beef was not finished. The official confirmation marked the beginning of a new phase, one filled with planning, writing, filming, and preparation. Fans were no longer asking if Season 2 would happen. Instead, they began asking when it would arrive and what surprises it would bring. As the excitement continues to grow, every small update feels important. Every hint becomes a topic of discussion, and every official word adds another piece to the puzzle. Because when a series returns after such a powerful beginning, the expectations are not just high, they are intense. The second season now carries the weight of fans' hopes, critics' curiosity, and the promise of another unforgettable story waiting to unfold.